Hey guys, I'm Mama Bear to Many. I am mom to 14 children. Some of those children you can probably hear yelling in the back. And we are going to go through the high tunnel today, which is one of our main sources of our vegetables. And we are going to go through our high tunnel, see what can get picked, what we're going to process, and then by the end of the video, we're going to can some of it. So let's go do that. So my daughter went in the garden. It was so hot in there. And so I asked her if she would mind taking the camera into the garden. We had all gone through this together, and then I needed to sit outside for a minute, and she said sure. So look at all the cauliflowers that we have ready to pick. She is actually just taking a video of the things that we are getting ready to pick now. We just didn't harvest them because I needed to go outside of the high tunnel for a couple minutes because it was hot in there. I think it was like 110. And so we're gonna pick all of these cauliflowers. They're so beautiful. We're able to make so many meals out of them. There's nothing like home fresh stuff. So these are the tops of the radishes. So I'm going to be harvesting those. Still haven't done that. I'm going to harvest those and put them for seed. And then we picked tons of green beans. My daughters did most of that. We have been pulling some of the celery stalks off to the side. If you know how to harvest them better, let me know so they have more of a stalk instead of more leaf. Cabbages, peppers were ready. Cucumbers were ready. Yeah, lots of stuff was ready. Lots of damage with the cucumbers, but we're still getting some stuff. We're doing our best. That's all we can do. So yeah, quite a few cucumbers there. We're able to make some kale over there. We're able to make some pickles at the end of this video. And there is more kale over here. We pick this daily for salads and that type of stuff. And then my daughter had picked all the potatoes from here already, and I'll show you those in just a minute. So here is a box of cabbage and cauliflower leaves. First raspberries of the season. Yum. I actually already started working on some of the freezer meals that we're going to be using these into. So here is a lovely basket of cauliflower that we're going to be using for our freezer meals. And then these beautiful cabbages. Mom, I did not grow these cantaloupes. That's from our grocery haul. We were doing a bunch of things in one day. So the cabbages are getting all grated up, and the cauliflower are all part of, which will be part of, those will all be used in my freezer cooking video that will be coming out soon. I'm not sure which one is going to come out first, but let's go outside and see what else the kids are working on harvesting now. So all my fall seedlings are starting to sprout here. Yay. So exciting. I'm not sure why all those cabbage aren't sprouting, but I'll give it a couple more days and see how they go. Aren't they beautiful? So these are like around our pump. Those ones are starting, and we've actually picked a couple from inside of the other garden. Go into the high tunnel, and then I'll take you out and show you what's going on with the other garden that we just planted again. Wow, you got a bowl.
I'll bring this in.
Beautiful.
We put some in Victoria's bowls.
Yeah, okay, we're gonna be videoing you. So they've been working on these green beans. They filled this bowl, and there's still more in there. So it looks like we are going to be canning some green beans. Think about green beans. There's something about green beans that always makes me think of summer. I don't know what it is. It's like as soon as the first harvest of green beans is, then it's usually like, oh yes, it's summer. Ducking into the high tunnel. Let's see. So now all of these actually can be picked. All these beans have beans on them. These celery, we actually are going to start cutting. We're researching it a little bit more, but we're going to take some of the celery and start using them in some dishes tomorrow. You can also use the leaves. I think what I'm going to do is I might dehydrate some of the leaves as well. But yeah, let's see. They made their way all the way down to here. We ended up taking a lot of these. See how we thinned out these tomatoes here? That'll be so much better for them. This one actually needs to come out, but we haven't done that as of yet. I've had kids working on those, and then the other night I was just like, yeah, mom needs to take over here for a minute. So I did those ones up to about here, and then my daughter, she finished out over there just because they were going a little crazy. We are going to pull these as well and get some of these pods off of there for seed on this section here, so we can grow some other things in here. I see all the pods. Looks lovely. Look at all those beans. That's exciting. We had such a bad year last year. The girls are going behind me now because I'm slower than they are. We had such a horrible year of green beans last year that some of the green beans that we have in the canner are just so, I don't know. Anyway, we also are getting some green tomatoes. Lovely. I know some of you already have red tomatoes, but yeah, not here. And we have this kale that also needs to get picked. So tonight I think we're going to work on the beans. When I come out here, I need to make like goals for what needs to get done. So I am working on meals for a big meal haul, whatever you might want to say. Meal haul. Yeah, there's a new one. Doing a bunch of freezer meals to put in the freezer. I have that plan. I already have things started to get prepped and going there. But like in the interim, we are picking things for those meals, as well as things that just need to get picked, like the green beans. So I'm going to be working on those, but there's also quite a few things here that need to get taken care of. But for right now, my focus is going to be on those meals. I see some peppers too. There's going to be focused on that, and then I'll probably grab some of that kale. Could get picked as well. Wow, massive cucumber. Yeah, my poor plants, guys. The weird thing is we have been treating these. We treated them in so many different ways, and we've been picking bugs consistently off of them, yet they're still dying. The water is okay for them. We're just trying to figure it out. I don't know, but I did plant some cucumbers outside, guys, so hopefully between the both, maybe we'll get some cucumbers. I mean, some pickles. We'll have to see. Anyway, let's grab these couple, make a little pile. I think what I'll probably do is I might pull like a section here and then like replant that. When I'm out here, I like to try to make a plan of what's next. What am I doing next? What needs to happen next? I'm going to take this small one because this whole plant needs to come off. No, this one can probably come. I'm going to take some of these smaller ones off just so I can be using them. And so we'll get more plants. Let's see. That one looks good. There's actually, I know for you Southerners, you're like, that is a small pepper. For us here, yeah, it's not a bad size, to be honest. I'm gonna grab some of these in hopes that I can get more of them. I thought I just saw one. Get more of them to grow. Because, you know, the more you pick, the more you grow. But it's exciting to get peppers. I could not grow peppers here. Oh, this is a peppermint plant. This is also something that I tried, is putting peppermint in between these lovely plants. Yeah, anyway, as you notice, there's like, you can't see any bugs around. There's no like, I don't know. I just don't know anymore. Let's see. So I'm looking in between the cucumbers as well to see what we have for peppers. I thought I saw one over here. All right, I am going to, these are zucchini and delicatas. I'm going to just work my way through these. I'm going to say this more for myself than for you guys, but the beans that started out this whole season, which started out maybe like 2 weeks before the other ones, were called Lanthrope. So yeah, good to know. I put cucumbers and peppers right at the end of the thing.
Okay.
So you can see this way that there's like a bunch of tomatoes coming in. And then in between you can see the beets there as well. And this is the kale that I'm talking about needing to be harvested. If I come out like as a parent, like as a mom, then I know what actually needs to be harvested and what's ready, so that if other children want to come out and help with the garden, then I can kind of say, hey, I know this is ready. I got 2 more. I know this is ready, or I know that's ready, and have a plan. I also can look at like these diseased or yucky plants, and I'll know like, okay, we're gonna pull up that section there, so I need something else that's gonna go into this section. So even though I don't do 100% of the work that happens in the gardens, it's usually myself. No, it's okay. Myself and or my oldest daughter, she's taken interest. So one of us are usually the ones who would come out and oversee, but a lot of times she still kind of needs me to come see what's what. Oh, there's a big one down here too. Might be able to do a small batch of bread and butter pickles. That'd be nice. See some down here too. And then down at this end. So weird. All right, I'm gonna put these. Did you find what I was talking about? These are the other ones. Oh my goodness, don't these make you happy? They make me happy. I need to get some scissors and bring some in. So as I'm looking through there as well, I'm also thinking like future meals. I'm also thinking what will need to be canned. I need to think like all of those things like in a big scope. So most of the cabbage, I think probably all of the cabbage is going to be used in the meals. The cauliflower is going to be used in the meals. But then I did get quite a few of those cucumbers. So those cucumbers, most likely I'm probably going to do a small batch, because my recipe for bread and butter can be like, well, in my opinion, small, but it works really well in a smaller batch as well as a big batch, and it's super easy for me. So I think I'm going to kind of focus on that. I also saw different things that other people could be doing, because I'm going to be focusing on the meals that other people could be doing independently. And I also see some more mint in the garden, and I literally just picked a bunch, which is very exciting. Yeah, pretty exciting. So the other day, my daughter and son, they picked these potatoes here. It's probably about 8 pounds of red potatoes. So I just have one of the bowls of green beans and a colander in here. And the kids are going to be swimming in the pool, and I'm just sitting out on the porch, and I'm going to snap beans into here. Okay, so I'm keeping the canning stuff over on like my sourdough type counter. We have 13 jars of these green beans, and just a little bit more in there. So she is going to get the rest of the green beans. Some of the kids are taking a bath and upset about the towel they're getting. So if you hear that in the background, there's people helping them. So this right here is green beans. So she went out to the garden to see if she could find enough to fill this, because we like to do them in batches of 7 for the pressure canner. So those will start getting cooked this morning first thing. These are filled, then we're putting hot water on top of those. And then this right here, these are gonna need to get chopped up, and we are going to be making some pickles out of this here. I'm gonna do some bread and butter pickles with this. So I'm gonna get a bigger bowl, get some onions, get the peppers, and let those soak. Okay, so she wiped the rims over here and put new lids on, and she is getting the canner all set up and ready. We have also these cucumbers. We have a couple of peppers that we got from the garden, and then 2 onions from the grocery store. And we're gonna soak those for some bread and butter pickles. So 7 quarts are in the canner, and we are just waiting the 25 minutes for these to get canned. And then over here is the 7 quarts waiting to go in. And then She has ice with salt, cucumbers, onions, and green peppers in here, ready for bread and butter pickles. We'll wait like 3 hours and drain those and make some pickles. So she got 5 quarts of bread and butter pickles and then 14 quarts of green beans. We might do a mixed pickle. I'm not quite sure. I think we might. Well guys, that's about it for this video. We had a great haul this week. I'm pretty excited about it. Pretty excited about starting to can again. We're in that season where we can start to can, and that's always an exciting place to be. So I'm gonna try to do weekly or bi-weekly. I'm not quite sure yet. Probably depends on how much produce I have and how often I remember to get the camera out and show you what we are taking in from the garden and what we are canning, so you guys can have an idea. We are trying to grow a lot of our own fruits and vegetables this year, but at the same time we're kind of coming up on it. We've run out of a lot of things. So I hope you all have a blessed week, and let me know down in the comments below what's growing well in your area.